be here with you this afternoon. And I'm so thrilled that there'll be so many new teachers going out into the wilderness to bring the great, great benefits of yoga to everybody. I started doing yoga in 1970, and really it was one of the big discoveries of my life. And as I always say, it's God's gift to mankind. So I have been promoting it since. I don't know, none of you are old enough now to have seen the Richard Hittleman 28-day yoga exercise, but that was the book. It was just out. It had only been published, I think, about that year, and there was a television program where he had this young woman doing it, and I was so interested and had been in balance and everything, because I was an actor and I had been macrobiotic, and I was very interested in all the wonderful new things that were coming from the East, you know, the East-West things, you know, our, what do you call it, Sergeant Pepper's, the Beatles, going east and bringing all this, Puff the Magic Dragon, and so kind of, but a lot of good benefits came from it, like the brown rice and the soya beans and chickpeas and all of that. They were all part of the new second wave from the East coming. I suppose the next big one after Jesus Christ was coming. So it really transformed a lot, and that the yoga was introduced, and now not that readily accepted for a while by people as being a strange. I remember once speaking at, I was involved in education at a conference, the annual delegate, and I was saying about the importance of yoga and alternative things, and somebody stood up and said, "Yoga, that's a cult, that's a cult." And you had people protesting. So I think we've come a long, long way since then. And I'm so delighted for you all today that you have qualified, because it was so difficult during the pandemic, you know, and I have to say particularly Maureen Nightingale, who took the brunt really of what a disruption it was to the work of the School in Yoga Therapy Ireland. So it's great that you all came through it and that you stayed with it and did your practice at home and whatever, so that you reached this lovely point of being qualified teachers and therapists and being getting your awards today. I'm of course very, very disappointed, as I know Maureen was, that it was not treated as one of the medical things like the physiotherapists or chiropodists and that could have helped people during the lockdown, because it would have been such a help in so many institutions and everything where they needed that, and people suffered so badly. So we were really, really disappointed that they weren't given the same license to go out. But anyway, there was so many references, I'm sure you all noticed, during the pandemic to the benefits of yoga. Everybody was reaching out, everyone commenting on what would help. They were all referencing yoga. So I think that will make for a great expansion of the numbers wanting to learn yoga and to do it. And I'm hoping it'll create an atmosphere where it'll be easier to get the educational system to take it on board. I think it would be really invaluable to have it on the curriculum, you know, right from little ones up. And I think also in the people like the Defence Forces, the Garda Síochána, the nurses, all of those who are working under strain, and that it would be terrific if they had it as part of their training. I've been pushing it at the Defence Forces for over in the Golan Heights. But I think, you know, it is being more understood, the benefits it is and how good it is for people to have a freedom, to have their breath moving easily in their body, and that they can take strain when it comes and their body will rise to it. And I think that there's no doubt that like one of the saddest things during the pandemic was the gender and domestic violence, and it was particularly bad, the radical increase in domestic violence. I mean, it's just so shocking. I saw it just yesterday in the paper that in 1 week alone, there were 699 calls for help from the domestic violence. So why I feel it's so important to be in the educational system, and that is, I feel if children did it at an early age and they have it right through that, and they keep it on afterwards, that then in their life, when they're dealing with stresses and with frustrations and all those kind of things, their bodies will be able to keep the strain and react kind of as best it can, or positively, you know, that they will have that tool of relaxation and time to think, and that they will just be able to deal better. So instead of letting the frustrations and the tension rise to such a point that to get relief they strike out at often the people that are nearest and dearest to them. So I really am hoping that all of you will have a great impact on that. It's one of the biggest problems in the world, and it's certainly very big, shockingly big. I was amazed to find there was so much domestic violence in Ireland. So I feel this might be one of the things will help. So I think that's about all to say, but I'm so delighted to know that you're all going out there, and I'm hoping, as I say, I'm delighted at the number of schools. I have a friend who does it out in Letterfrack in Galway and Clifton. There's all that area. So I'm hoping that will be more and more taught in the primary schools, you know, and right through. So I think I've probably taken up too much time now, but I say I'm absolutely, and I wish you all the very, very best of luck and enjoyment and fulfillment, and a feeling that you're doing something really, really worthwhile when you're teaching yoga, or, you know, treating people with the yoga therapy. So I wish you all the best of luck, and I wish Yoga Therapy Ireland great success in the future, and enjoy your day. Congratulations again.